to be held accountable for their actions. The organization says it's shocking that corruption continues to rule the day at a time like this. Well, to discuss this further, let's speak to Amnesty Executive Director Shenilla Mohamed. Thank you so much for joining us, Shenilla. I think so many of the questions raised with all these reports we're getting, with commissions of inquiries, that recommendations are made, but there doesn't seem to be any accountability or any kind of punitive action that takes place, which means people can just go ahead and really do what they like with impunity.
Good morning, Annika, and good morning to your viewers. I think that, I think for us as Amnesty, one of the things that we like to remind people that the misappropriation of funds, corruption and looting is a human rights violation, simply because the money that is stolen or misappropriated is money that it should be going towards the right to life, towards the uplifting of people's economic, social and cultural rights, and just to basically uplifting the lives of the poor and underprivileged. So when you say that, yes, we're seeing report after report, commission after commission coming out, and yet those accountable I never see the inside, or hardly see the inside of a courtroom. And again, in this instance as well, we are seeing, the minister, being praised for his work. But, Annika, at the end of the day, this was a crisis. This was misappropriation of funds during a crisis. And, we have to really call a spade and stop making excuses for officials that are at the top of the looting ladder.
Shenilla, could you just emphasize for our viewers, perhaps, if you agree, of course, that 150 million rand that was stolen from the department and went to Digital Vibes is money that could have been used to save lives?
Annika, I mean, the majority of people in this country live in without dignity. They live, 20 million people have no access to water. We're seeing people that don't have access to housing. We released a report recently around pit latrines and schools and what happens to children. We've seen reports time and time again of people with excrement on their doorsteps because the sewage flows into water. People don't have water. So, and then, of course, let's talk about health. South Africa is one of the most unequal countries in the world. And, the right to health is not something that everyone enjoys. Before COVID-19, we saw that the healthcare facilities were not operating in the best possible way. And a lot of people were not getting access to healthcare in the way that they should have. Now, with COVID, that has put additional burdens on already burdened healthcare systems. But the most important thing to remember is that, during COVID-19, many people's general health care was put aside while the state tried to deal with COVID. So 150 million that has been allegedly lost is money that should have gone to giving people the right to health. And, I think it's important for your viewers and for South Africans to understand that every cent lost is a cent that is taken away from uplifting the lives and of the majority of the population and giving them the dignity and their basic human rights that they deserve. And we should not just see it as a political issue. We should see it as a human rights issue, because that is exactly what it is.
All right. Thank you so much. That was the Director of Amnesty International South Africa, Shenilla Mohamed. We're going to a short break. Please do stay with us. We'll be back.